Alright. What up, though, y'all? Welcome to another episode. Or go back one more time. Y'all, welcome to another season of Mike and Drew Sports Show. I'm Mike.
I'm Drew.
And make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel, our iTunes, and Spotify to stay updated with our new episodes.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, damn, it take all this shit off.
I poured it back to your this lead though. We already.
What up, though, y'all? Welcome back to another season of Mike and Drew Sports Show. I'm Mike.
I'm Drew.
Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms.
What y'all doing? Are you doing?
What?
Bringing the show in.
How you want to bring it in, though?
I thought you was gonna bring it in. I was gonna bring the topics in.
I'm saying how you want to bring it in, though.
What up, though, y'all? It's a new season of the Mike and Drew Sports Show. Or you want me to do it? I'll do it.
Oh yeah, I'll do it for sure. I just thought we was coming up with something different. But yeah, I'm ready though. Once again, I'm ready to go.
Like I say, if you got something on your mind, different you want to do, let's do it.
What up, though, y'all? Welcome back to another season of Mike and Drew Sports Show. You already know your boys. We tap back in.
Let's get it, shout it.
Ready for another new season. We got a lot of new topics on the way. You know, the NBA season has been crazy. Tom Brady didn't win the Super Bowl. You know, it's a lot going on in the sports world. So, you know, we about to, chop it up, get back to it.
Yes, sir. So you already know, like he said, it's been a lot going on in the NBA season. A lot of surprises so far.
Yes, sir.
So far, number one in the East, we got the 76ers. I don't think nobody seen that coming, or saw that coming, rather.
Right.
Then in number one in the West, we got the Utah Jazz, led by Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. I know nobody didn't see that one coming.
At all.
So my question to you, Michael, do you think both of these teams will finish number one in their respective conferences?
First off, don't call me Michael in front of the people, man. I'm Mike, bro.
Right.
But nah, but you said how I feel about the Jazz.
Yeah, or the 76ers. Do you think they both gonna finish number one in their conferences?
The Jazz probably they got a chance to, man. But the 76ers, I don't see that happening really because the Nets they making a little run right now. They on a 6-game winning streak. They done beat the Clippers twice. They done beat the Warriors. They done beat the Lakers. So I think they're gonna end up passing, the Nets eventually. The Sixers, because they only one game behind them right now. And the Jazz, they got a chance, because AD gonna be out, the next month. So I think they're gonna be able to hold that number one spot anyway. Because with LeBron, it don't matter. As long as he make the playoffs, he good where he at.
Yeah, I agree with both of your points for real. Like you said, the Jazz probably could do it, but I just think, like the Lakers, I think they're going to end up surging. If AD do come back at the end, I think they could surge and get it. But right now, like you said, LeBron probably going to play it and just stay at the 2 spot. He could win the MVP with AD out, so let's see how that go. Then as far as the Nets go, they're going to catch the 76ers. It's done within the next week or two.
It's
they
coming
won
up.
6 games straight. Joel, he been playing good.
Without KD, though, that's the whole thing,
Yeah, you can't fight that, like you said, without KD. And that was really the questions with the Nets, what James Harden and Kyrie going to be on. We know what KD going to give us. So once he come back, they should pick up right where they left off when they was playing with him. Yeah. But, I do agree with the Western Conference synopsis. Like, I think the Lakers can do it, but it's all about if LeBron want to do it, whether AD there or not.
Yeah, he just said it. I think we about to see LeBron get into that, like, 08, 09 bag where he just like, okay, he know AD gonna come back, but he trying to get himself in mode because he know once he turn up and get aggressive and whether he's scoring, passing, but I think he gonna get more aggressive on the scoring tip and probably end up scoring about 30 a night. I'm telling you, it's a new LeBron coming. I know my mans and I know the NBA. I know it's about to go down.
I feel you. So you did touch on the Nets. I was gonna get to them anyway. So we got James Harden went over there at the beginning of the season. Before he got there, they was playing good. He got there, Kyrie was out. They still were playing well. Then Kyrie came back and they was on the rocks a little bit. Then KD ended up missing time. But since the last time KD been out, like we said, they on a 6-game winning streak. And they done beat every top team in the league right now. So what's the outlook for the Nets? Like, I know you said they going to make it to number one in the East, but as far as playoff time and like the finals, where do you think they're gonna end up?
They should.
And like, what's gonna happen at that point?
I feel like they gonna run right through the East. I feel like it shouldn't be no team over there that's gonna really give them no trouble. You know, I'm expecting them to meet maybe the Clippers or the Lakers in the finals.
Whoa.
But I'm just giving the real.
Don't
I'm just
say
giving
that.
the real.
Don't
You know
say
what I'm
that.
saying? The Clippers, they've been playing good, you know, and the Lakers. If Anthony Davis is not all the way 100%, then I could possibly lean towards the Clippers. But I don't see the Jazz making it all. But with the Nets, I see them making it to the finals. I don't think they could actually beat either one of those teams in a 7-game series. Maybe, possibly the Clippers though. But
Right. No,
if
if the Clippers go and the Nets go.
yeah, if the Clippers and the Nets go, the Clippers most likely did what they had to do to get to the finals. They didn't beat the Lakers or everybody in the West. So I feel like they won't beat neither one of them teams in the finals regardless. So they might get there, but
Oh, so you saying the Clippers would beat the Nets?
yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay.
the Clippers will beat the Nets in the finals in the 7-game series. The Lakers or the Clippers. So I feel like they're gonna make it to the finals this year. Probably get put out, most likely then come back and maybe win next year.
Okay. I know like we said, they're gonna be number one in the East. I see them going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I honestly don't think they could deal with Joel Embiid, but I have to see how I look at the, at the end of the season, how KD, Kyrie, and James is playing together.
They don't got enough. The Sixers don't got enough offense just to hang with because who gonna check KD on the 76ers?
Ben can guard one of them.
Ben Simmons can't check that boy. Then you got James Harden. Nobody really can check Kyrie on that team.
Kyrie shoot himself out though, but
He ain't them days. He already didn't. When it come down to it, bro, Kyrie gonna get the job done.
we saw him a couple times this season. They ain't get it done. Then Kyrie left after that. Say he was going through mental issues after that. But
Hey, he back working now. You know what I'm saying? He back in the groove. You know what I'm saying? Him, James Harden, everybody, the whole team is clicking. You could tell they in a good space right now as far
That's
as
true.
know what I'm saying, team chemistry right now.
That's true. I got the Eastern Conference Finals, the 76ers and the Nets right now. I see that going 7 with Doc Rivers coaching the Nets. They got Daryl Morey over there. They put in some shooters around Joel. That's exactly what him and Ben needed. Joel playing at an MVP level.
What shooters though?
Just Steph Curry and them, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else they been.
Well, okay, they can shoot. I ain't gonna be
Yeah.
disrespectful. They can shoot, but they ain't been consistent for sure.
And just Joel in the paint, I don't see nobody being able to guard him. But you are right in terms of just the offensive firepower. Can't nobody handle that on the Nets.
Yes,
I mean,
man.
against the Nets. The only thing is they gonna play defense. If they go to the finals against the Clippers, I feel like they'll win. But if they play the Lakers, you can wrap that up. They not about to beat the Lakers. LeBron.
Yeah, that's what I said. Either one of them, if they make it to the finals, it's like on the West, then they just guaranteed to win. You know, because it is what it is.
But so let's stay on the playoffs. So at the bottom, we got teams like the Hornets, the Knicks, the Celtics, low-key a 6 seed. Then in the West, we got the Spurs, the 6 seed, the Nuggets, and the Warriors, the 8 seed. Do you see any teams taking one of them spots in terms of one of those teams falling out? Like we got the Grizzlies, that's the 9th seed. The Mavs, that's the 10th seed. Then we got the Bulls, the Heat, who just went to the finals. They the 10th seed.
I feel like the Heat gonna get it together. I see they the 10th seed right now. I feel like they eventually gonna catch they stride because Jimmy Butler was out for like a month or two, so he been averaging a triple-double like the last 3 or 4 games. So I think they gonna be able to get back in playoff contentions. The East just look so crazy right now with all.
It's like it's competitive, but it's not.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
the Celtics ain't looking too good. They at 500 right now. But I do see the Heat. I would like to see the Hawks make that leap into the playoffs too. But that means the Hornets would have to come out.
Exactly.
So the Hornets or the Knicks. Yeah, I would like to see both of those teams reverse the Heat and the Hawks take out the Knicks and the Hornets.
I agree with that Heat summary, but in terms of like the Hawks, I would love to see the Knicks and the Nets play like in the first round. I know they'd be slaughtered, but I'd just like to watch that.
Yeah, the Knicks is a tough team.
But yeah, I agree though. I think the Heat gonna get back in there just off them being in the finals last year. I don't want to see them just not being in the playoffs.
It's no reason that y'all, you know what I'm saying, you basically got the same roster assembled, so it's like there's no way you shouldn't You know what I'm saying? Maybe, and they just got Avery Bradley too. So I mean, he gonna be out for a month, but it's like with the team y'all got, y'all should be able to get that 8th seed because they only 2 games back.
Right. And on the West real tough, man. You got the Mavericks and the Grizzlies sitting at 9th, 10th, then the Pelicans up under them. So in terms of falling out, who can fall out? It's like the Warriors can fall out. The Spurs not about to go nowhere. Of them missing the playoffs last year, they not about to fall out this year.
I think it's gonna be a tough race from that 7th seed down, like the 7th, 8th, 9th, all the way down is gonna be tough. I think the Nuggets, they're not playing good this year. I think they got a chance to, fall out and be back to what they was doing 2-3 years ago, fighting. Fighting and fighting to get into the playoffs. So I think the Nuggets are most likely gonna fall out, and probably the Mavericks should be. I don't understand how they not in playoff contention right now, but it's still kind of early in the season, so I would love to see the Mavericks get back in it.
I'm just looking at the Pelicans. They just beat the Celtics yesterday. Being down, weren't they down 25?
Yeah, down 25.
They number 11 in the West, and the Celtics number 5 in the East, bro. It's just a different type of time they on the West. But I did forget something. Honestly, I forgot they do a play-in.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
So, how do it work? Don't the bottom?
I think the bottom like 7th to the 9th seed, or I guess depending on the record, but starting at the 7th seed down, that's the playing spot to play in those last basically 2 places, or if it's a tie, they do a play-in for that.
Yeah, that's for sure gonna get talked about soon. But, yeah, I agree though, especially with the Heat, most definitely. But so we talked earlier. You said the Nets most likely going to the finals. I agree. Mm-hmm. And in the West, we both got the Lakers. Is those our finals predictions? Lakers, Nets.
Yeah. Most definitely Lakers, Nets, or let me see. I would say the 76ers, but I just don't got that much confidence in them. The Nets is too good. They was assembled to go to the finals, man. You got KD, Kyrie, James Harden. I mean, Steve Nash is the coach. So I mean, y'all gotta go all the way. There's no reason y'all should lose to the 76ers at this point.
Even
all of y'all is
with Doc Rivers.
I don't.
Doc got a ring.
I mean, he do, but it's about the talent. I mean, Joel Embiid is a great generational talent, but I still he ain't enough to get you over the hump. Maybe if he was on the Nets, what I'm saying, then it'll really be a wrap or something like that. But other than that, I really don't just see him leading them all the way, all the way through the East, leading the East the whole season, leading them all the way through the Eastern Conference playoffs and get to the finals. So.
Remember he was crying a couple years ago.
Yeah, so
he went through that pain, went through them trenches. It's time, ain't it?
Hey, he still gotta prove his way. He should have been there. What happened last year? What happened the year before that?
Do you think the Jazz are like serious contenders?
Yeah, I think they've been, they've been like one of the top teams in the West, but this year is looking like they confident. Donovan Mitchell.
I don't know why they've been picking on him like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They start
his 3rd, 4th year.
Right, yeah, they started it with Donovan Mitchell when Shaq said he don't think.
Like, what is you on?
Right, just because, but you see how it's going now. It's like they went on like a 10, 11 game win streak.
Then Jamal Murray was picking on them outside the bubble. When they played that game.
And then came back, you know what I'm saying? And they was going for 50, going back and forth, but Jamal Murray still hasn't stepped up to the plate. You see now, the Jazz number 1 in the West. Last year, the Nuggets was 1 in the West, but now the Nuggets is number 7 and Jazz number 1. But I think they true contenders.
So what's your Western Conference final prediction?
It's most likely gonna have to be the Jazz and the Lakers.
That's gonna be nice to watch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna like to watch that.
But I still just something about the Lakers, man. It's just that. But it might be a new year, man. You don't know. It's the NBA season being so crazy this year that
I just can't see LeBron losing until he lose fair and square.
Yeah,
it happened in like 7-8 years. So.
Yeah, he had
unless he made it to the finals.
Yeah, the only team
time
that
he
really
lose.
Yeah, it's against like a team like the Warriors, like somebody who really didn't play them out and really like made him like look bad. He was still balling. It wasn't like you ever looked at LeBron like, man, except that one finals we ain't gonna speak on. We ain't gonna speak on. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, LeBron, he been on point for the last 25 years.
He look about 30. But no, so we got the finals of the Lakers and the Nets, but we are looking at the Jazz, and I'm looking at the 76ers. You ain't taking them serious. But let's just wrap the show up with doing just some early award picks just for the end of the season. So, I'm just gonna ask you first, who your MVP?
Gotta be LeBron or Dame.
Dame. I knew you was gonna say Damian Lillard. What about you don't like Joel for MVP?
I do. I'm hating. My fault. I rock with Joel though. He could win MVP most definitely, but
Dame deserves some type of.
That's what I said. He do like Joel. That's what he do, man. He 30 and 10. He been doing this same stuff the last 3 years. 30 and 10. It's just not that they number one in the East. It's like it's the same thing, but it's sort of seeming like. Once the media get,
though, he a little bit more like
because he ain't been, you know what I'm saying, he ain't been hurt really, you know what I'm saying.
It ain't no got him in the paint, and when he get there down there now, he moving quick.
Because it ain't no true bigs really like at all for real that can really be he the best big in the league.
And he accepting the double team and passing out like efficiently.
Yeah, he can shoot. So yeah, I got Joel in my running, but it'll go LeBron, Dame, Joel right now for me.
Nobody on the Nets neither.
Probably KD, but they be hurt so much. It's like they play 5 games and then the next time somebody else is hurt. Then the next time somebody else is hurt. LeBron has played every single game.
Yeah,
and leading the way. Dame playing every single game. I throw Donovan Mitchell in there too, just off the strength for them being number 1 in the West as well.
For sure. What about your 6th man of the year?
6th man of the year, I'll probably go with most definitely Jordan Clarkson.
That's my pick for sure.
Because he been balling for years. It's just that he wasn't on the right team to continue to just showcase his talent. Like he was on the Lakers balling before that. He was on the Cavs doing decent. And now he
LA days, boy. Remember them LA days, boy.
For real. But
so
now he on the Jazz, you know what I'm saying? Now he's looking like a true 6 man, which he can be a starter on any team, but it's like now he coming off the bench getting 40 every game. So most definitely Jordan Clarkson.
All right, Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year. It'll probably go to Doc Rivers or Steve Nash, I feel like, you know, just because it's their first year over there, they top 2 in the West, the East. Yeah, the East. So, you know, I think it'll be between one of them. Could be Quinn Snyder again with the Jazz since they number 1 in the West. Yeah. So that'll be my top 3 right now. Probably Doc Rivers, Steve Nash, and Quinn Snyder.
That's the top 3. That got to be it. Yeah. Then your defensive player of the year, last but not least.
Defensive player of the year. I don't even know if I can really call it. Maybe Joel, but I don't even really like watch it just on some, like I can't even really give you the real answer, like because on some watching it from a deep defensive perspective.
And then it's honestly it's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? Because you got Joel, like you said, number 1 team in the East. His blocks is okay, but then you get to Rudy Gobert, right? Number 1 team in the West who been doing it, you know what I'm saying? But then you get to Miles Turner. Averaging the most blocks on the playoff team. Right. If the Cavaliers would have never did this with Andre Drummond, he had been in the running for defensive player of the year. So I could feel you for that.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard just naming like I don't really see nobody lock up. Like, he locking up because it's just an offensive game for real. But
and then it's like we be looking for more so like I ain't gonna say it's easy to get a block, but the block just don't. Like, I'd rather see somebody lock up on the wing. Like,
like I see him. Like I know Tony, Tony Allen, somebody who's sitting down, and I could watch them really. I see them playing defense. Right. Like I would say like a Patrick Beverly mentality as far as playing defense, but you know it's just Patrick Beverly. Right. So he good.
Shout out Pat Bev.
For sure. He gonna.
I don't like you, but shout out Pat Bev.
He gonna get it. He gonna give you that energy most definitely.
But I'll go ahead and wrap it up with my picks. So MVP, I got LeBron James, number 2 in the West. AD, even when he was playing, wasn't playing like how he was last year. So just to be able to come back and do it again after being in the bubble, running your team to the end of the road, then coming back in the quickest offseason ever, and you still number 2 in the West after playing the longest. And they sniped him from MVP last year.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Why would you give it to?
We ain't gonna say his name.
No names to be said.
It's like, no, we talking about Giannis. But For 6 man, yeah, it's Jordan Clarkson. I feel like he got that one wrapped up. I can't remember. I know Steph Curry don't start every game, but he'll probably be the closest. But he don't. I say Seth
Curry. Yeah, he a starter though.
Yeah, I know he started recently though for sure. So,
but no, his numbers is
it ain't even there.
It's not that.
That was just eye test. But yeah, Jordan Clarkson. That's his. Then Coach of the Year, I'm going Quinn Snyder again. Being where you was at last year, coming back being number 1 in the West with no true additions to your team. Really coming back and doing it again with the same team with. Really, you ain't really got a true superstar yet. You know what I'm saying? Like Donovan working his way up there. Go Burt. This is
he just canceled the whole last season, but everybody forgot about that.
But yeah, so Quinn Snyder, my coach of the year. But them top 3 you said, that's the only people they can give it to.
But it's crazy that the Jazz possibly, I don't know if this has ever happened before, but could possibly win 6 man of the year, defensive player of the year, MVP, best team in the West.
Yeah.
Did I say 6 man of the year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, almost every, you know what I'm saying, individual award.
They have a great team. Though.
Yeah.
Like
they covered across, you know what I'm saying, every position.
Yeah. Like I said, when they get to the playoffs, all of them not gonna be broke. Like you know how you seen it, like how the Rockets did the 1 year. All they missed about 33s.
Yeah.
The Donovan Mitchell could not make a basket. Joe Ingles not about to be broke.
Yep.
Bogdanovic not about to be broke. Who else? Mike Conley not about to be broke.
Forget Mike Conley.
Jordan Clarkson not about to be broke. Like, bro, you're not about to have all of them missing. One of them, even if all of them, somebody's going to be hot.
Yeah, and they playing defense. They got people like Royce O'Neal who just strictly out there just
to do that
defense.
and shoot threes while open trades.
Yep.
So they might wrap the whole thing up. They looking real solid right now. But yeah, that's it. Really, you got anything else you want to say before we bust up out of here, man?
No, that's it. That's all I got, really.
For sure. So,
all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next episode of Mike and Drew Sports Show.
That's a wrap.